Hello, hello, everybody. How are you doing today? I hope you are doing well. Today we are reviewing the Gremlins. But before we do any of that, you know what I have to do. First off, I'm going to introduce my partner in crime, my yin to my yang, the peanut butter to my jelly, the tomato soup to my grilled cheese. I can't think of any more. The cherry on top of my sundae. You know them, you love them. It's Dead Man Walking 55. Hello.
Hello, Mrs. How are you tonight?
I'm, wait, ready for it? I'm fine.
I know you are. How are you, though?
I'm doing good. I am doing good. Um, we're just going to kind of hang out here. I think I totally confused everybody. I had the time for the stream, but then the slide, because we had to move everything to a
Yeah.
different, this one to a different day. I forgot to change the time on the slide. So note to self, never put that on those slides again. Try not to put times on them. I think it's just confusing.
Well, the time ended up right. It's just the day because of whatever yesterday.
Yeah.
So,
Well, the show. So I think it just confused people. So I don't know. So I'm
yeah,
just
but
gonna
hey,
kind
we're
of
here. That's what
we're here.
happened. That's good.
Yep.
How'd
So
the
let me.
Lego build go earlier for you?
I didn't do a Lego build today. I did
I
a
mean,
Lego Fortnite. It was very nice. Let me just check here and make sure everything is okay. It all looks good here. It looks good here. And
yeah,
we will go here and let me like myself, because we say if you
yeah.
don't like yourself, nobody's going to like you. And we want people to
And
like.
I'm bombing Twitter with everything.
I'm going to sit here. I'm going to
Uh,
I am live exclamation point.
oh, look for the Gremlins gifts. There's some cool Gremlins gifts
Oh
out
well,
there that you can use.
it shows the stream information when I do it. You go ahead and
Yep.
bomb away.
All right. Well, I'm bombing away. Well, in a figurative speaking, folks, the galactic overlords, I'm just putting the tweets out there to make sure people
You
know.
are bombing X
Yeah,
and Discord and threads and everything with the information about
this wonderful stream we're going to have tonight. We got
this
6
wonderful
people watching, though.
awesome. I
Yeah.
tell you, the one bad thing I hate about when I do the live thing, I always get distracted by whatever tweet is underneath. And and there's just one with a picture of Keanu Reeves, and I'm just like,
Uh,
oh, that's nice, you know. And so I get, oh my gosh, there's the snake, and
that'd be the next
that's,
cool movie to
oh
have
my god,
is give him a name. John Wick. His gremlin was killed. He's out for revenge.
yes,
Yeah.
you
Don't
killed,
mess with a man's
you,
gremlin.
you killed my Mowgli.
Well, yeah. We'll hopefully talk about the voice actors. There's some famous voice
Oh,
actors that
we
worked on this
absolutely
movie.
will. There's the cast is not um is not bad. I will say
Oh,
that. Let me go over to Discord here. I say I'm just kind of waiting to see if anybody starts talking, just so that we
yeah.
know if someone's here. So let me go ahead and promote
Yeah.
myself here. Let me
This is
go
odd.
over to my
It's odd.
channel.
I've never seen this many. That's like 6 or 7, and nobody said hi yet.
Lack of comments. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
it's
really
really
odd.
weird. So anyway, well, I don't care.
Nope.
If you don't want to comment, that's okay. But if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. I'm
Yeah.
at 279. I lost a sub. Sandra resubbed because saw that she wasn't sub. Sandra Feliciano.
Yeah.
And now I've lost a sub again. I don't think they like her sub. And I
I
think that's just so wrong.
Well, you get to
So
get there one day. We're moving up.
it
So
will be moving on up. It's not a poopas Cuba. Hello, humans and
there
other
you
humans.
go.
We've been waiting
Woohoo!
for somebody to come into the chat. We've been just kind of, what is it, vamping?
Yeah, vamping, ramping, whatever you want to call
Yeah,
it.
just whatever. Yes, whatever. So we're reviewing Gremlins tonight. I know that there was a lot of confusion, and I do apologize that I had the correct time on the stream, but on the slide it was incorrect. And I think that really just confused people terribly. And I apologize for that. But yeah, we're going to talk
Absolutely.
about Gremlins tonight.
Well, since we got Snort Poops here, I was just curious: has he ever seen Gremlins?
Hey, yeah, have you ever watched the movie
Yeah.
Gremlins? It came out in what 1984.
Oh, a good poll
So,
question is: which do you prefer, Gremlins or Gremlins 2?
no,
What? Okay,
no, I don't know what.
you're the boss. You're
Snort
the boss.
is always you're always confused. I'm confused all the time. This has been a really rough couple days, and my
Yeah,
brain just totally shut down. But we will get through it. We will get through it. I promise. I promise. I know what I'm just going to do a yes or no question.
Oh, good. Snort Poops has got a comment, Mrs. He said, I saw it a long time ago, but you can always feed a bear after midnight, and we love getting wet.
Getting wet. Yes. What was it? Do you think
Okay.
Gremlins has aged well?
Okay. Interesting question.
And we have a Fallout Dave. We got a very interesting question tonight. Um, so the movie Gremlins, I'm going to put this poll out. It's a simple yes or no. You know how some movies, this movie is what, 40 years old? 40
Yep.
years old. Some movies age like fine wine and they just improve.
Kind of like you.
Thank you. And then some things age like bread and it becomes moldy and not good. So my question is, do you think the Gremlins aged well, has aged well? So that is my poll question. Very simple. I'm just, because we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. So since we have Corey. Hello, Corey. How are you today? I'll let Dadman pop up the
Okay.
we both have control of the comments.
Yes, Corey Cochran.
Dadman.
Yes, and I even still like part
yourself.
2. Sorry about that, Miss. I just was so excited to see part 2. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna let Dadman put the comments up because we both have control of it, and we'll click them at the same time.
Yep.
And then we defeat each other. So
Yep.
he's in control of that tonight.
You said something interesting about it being 1984, 40 years ago. There was 84. It's like Daisy and I talked about that earlier this year. All the movies in 1984. You had a question about, did this movie age well? Well, 1984 has aged well. Terminator. There's so many different movies that came out.
That came out in the 80s.
The huge Ghostbusters. I mean, mammoth hits.
Sorry.
So the whole age is really, yeah.
That's cool.
So, let's see. There's a lot. I like this. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, Corey, it's kind of like you could just dump all your brain cells and watch it, and that's kind of what
I don't think
those
movies. Well, I don't think you had to have a lot of brain cells for this one either, because I have a lot of questions. There are things about this movie that I question, and really? I questioned them when we watched it. Yes, I did.
All right.
Yes, I did.
Can't wait to hear that.
So we have some people here, so we are going to go ahead and start our show. First off, the very first 12 movies of Christmas we reviewed was Jingle All the Way. And this was our review of that. I gave it 3 out of 8 stars, 3 out of 10 Christmas trees, I'm sorry. And Dadman gave it 8 out of 10 popcorn buckets.
Put that cookie down. No. Sorry.
if you want to see our review and why we chose those ratings, um, go ahead and check out our stream. Um, and and you will find out. So there we go with that. Now let me remove the correct thing. Let me not remove myself because that is bad.
Yeah, it happened earlier.
Yes. Well, I had to because I had to fix something.
Ah, okay.
So we're going to be talking about the movie Gremlins. And so Gremlins, I got this from Wikipedia. I know people hate Wikipedia. I don't really care because I like it. The stuff like this, it's not like earth shattering if they get a fact wrong. It's in the 1984 American fantasy comedy horror film, which I don't think it really knows what it is. Some people say it is a Christmas film. It's not a Christmas film. It's a horror film. It's not a horror film. It's a comedy. It's not a comedy. It's what is it? What is it? They don't know. And that's okay. It's a movie and it's a fun movie. It was directed by Joe. Hey, Real Wade Nation Gaming Clips. I'm sorry for the confusion with the slide. I now understand why you asked the question you asked. This film was directed by Joe Dante.
He directed a lot of stuff in the 80s.
It draws on legends of folkloric mischievous creatures that cause malfunctions or gremlins in the British Royal Air Force going back to World War II. This story follows a young man, Billy Peltzer, who is played by, where is he? I've lost him.
Zach
I
Galligan.
know, but he's not in. Yeah, he doesn't exist. Oh, there, Zach Galligan.
Yay!
They cast him because of the chemistry between him and Phoebe Cates.
Chemistry, you say?
Yes, there was chemistry. It looked like he says while he was testing, it was like he was already in love with him. And they also, Tom Hanks, Kevin Bacon, Ralph Macchio, Emilio Estevez, Rob Lowe, and Judd Nelson also auditioned for the part.
Oh, wow.
I thought that was very interesting. But Billy Peltzer receives a strange creature as a pet, which then spawns other creatures and transforms in aggressive imp-like monsters that wreak havoc on Billy's town during Christmas Eve. It was released June 8th at 1984. It ran 1 hour and 46 minutes. It only took $11 million, which you're saying only is like painful, which Steve Spielberg thought was too much money. They thought that they went way over budget. And the box office was $212.9 million. So, oh, Corey says it's 15 degrees Fahrenheit out here. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. And wait, I got your joke earlier too. You tried to combine.
I think the gators are full of gremlins.
I go get a gremlin. Now, wasn't there a Twilight Zone episode with a gremlin that Shatner was in?
Yes, it was. He was on an airplane and he'd look out the window and he'd see the gremlin. But no, he was I think he was afraid of flying, so he had anxiety anyway. And he looked out the window and he saw him, but nobody else ever saw it.
Right.
And it was there because when the plane landed or something, I showed the wires all eaten up or something. But yes, I don't remember the name of it. Simply Steve says it's 12 degrees here. Burr, don't you burr me. Hey, I'm a wimp. I would die in 12-degree Fahrenheit weather.
And Dave said that Twilight Zone episode was a classic. Yeah,
yes,
I remember
it is a classic. So I'm going to kind of talk about the actors as we see them in the film, because we're going to go through the movie so that it'll just be easier, because then you'll see a picture of them at the same time. So does that sound good to you?
Yepers? Hey, you're the boss. You're the boss. Yeah, that works for me.
Feel free to, you can chime in if you have like any quotes or anything like that you like. And you guys in the chat, please comment about the movie. So I got to see what Wade said.
Okay.
Go, go, Gator. Go, go,
Yeah.
Gator Gremlins. Yep.
Oh
Yeah, the
yeah.
Gators have a gremlin. They have a big gremlin. It's called the head coach. Boom, bump.
I know. I agree, but I don't know. He's gonna make a gremlin out of me
They're
after
at
all.
20,000 feet. Yes.
Yeah.
Or Nightmare.
Yeah.
George Rivers says Nightmare at 20,000 feet, but the sequel is much better. Night Bear at 20,000 feet.
There you go. Nothing like a bear on a plane.
Okay,
That's
so
awesome.
I'm going to show some screenshots. This is from the website fancaps.net. They have basically just taken screenshots of the entire movie, starting with the opening scenes here. So we're going to look, I'm going to try to find a picture. You kind of look at them, I'll make them bigger when we need
Yep.
to. Okay, so struggling inventor Randall Petzer visits a Chinatown antique store um, looking for a present for his son Billy. He uncovers a small furry creature called a mogwai. Now, do you know what mogwai means in Cantonese?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to look. Let's see. First off, what he's doing while he's at the store, he's trying to sell this man. This man's name is Mr. Wing. He's played by Kia Luke. He was a renowned film actor. His film career spanned over half a century. In reality, at the time of this movie, he was 80 years old, so he's probably no longer living. Um,
Wow.
but they put he was so youthful looking that they had to put aging makeup on him to make him look older, which I thought was really funny. And the person that comes in is Randall Peltzer, and he's trying to sell him. He is an inventor, and he's trying to sell him his. What do you remember what it was called?
I don't remember the name of that. I know. Remember the smokeless ashtray had a name later,
Yes,
but
the smokeless
I,
ashtray that smoked.
yeah, I don't remember what this was. He was trying to sell.
There's a quote that I'm trying to find it. I've got stuff all written all around. It says, well, this is what from his, let me see if I can find it. It's called The Bathroom Buddy.
Oh
The
God,
Bathroom Buddy.
that's too funny. That the bathroom, but that's what's so cool. That was I like the character because he's kind of a sweet old guy and just one of those hapless genius inventors just trying to do stuff and it was like the bathroom buddy. I mean that's the name. I need a bathroom buddy.
So it was called a bathroom buddy is what it was. And so he was trying to sell it to him, and it messed up. Let's see.
Which of his
KWG
inventions
says
didn't
K
mess
Luke
up?
was in Kung Fu. Exactly, exactly. Which I hope to show some of his inventions during this thing. They're hilarious,
Yeah.
also. One of my favorite things was the inventions out of this movie.
Did any of his inventions work?
No,
I
they
didn't
well,
think
like
so.
his wife said, they worked for about a week or two, and then they always broke.
Oh, can we
So
talk about a couple of the inventions now, or do you want to wait?
no, as we see, let's do it as we see them
Okay,
because
all
they'll all
right.
be
Because
kind of
there's a
there.
couple in my mind that I hope we get to.
Oh, they'll be there, I'm sure. So
Okay.
we had Rand Peltzer, and he was played by Hoyt Axton. He was a country music singer turned
Snort
actor.
poop is going to bed.
Good night, Snorter Poopus. Thank you for stopping by and saying, "Oh, I wish I could go to bed too. I am tired tonight." So,
Yeah.
Hoyt
Good
Axton,
night,
he
Snort
also did
poopus.
a narration at the beginning of the film and at
Mm-hmm.
the end.
Yep.
Um, So a very distinctive voice, very folksy voice. Really, I think they picked a perfect person to cast as Rand Peltzer. So he goes there and he's trying to he finds his Mowgli, which do you know what it's
Uh-huh.
Cantonese for? Did I tell you? Did you
I
guess?
don't. I don't think you finished the thought.
Does anybody know what Mogwai is in Cantonese? If we have anybody who speaks Cantonese, Cantonese to anybody? Yes, he was a country singer, and he turned to it. Then he went to acting.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, it is Cantonese for devil
Or yes, Steve said demon.
or demon. Yes, exactly. So
What the little Mowgli, the little cute thing is named Demon?
is it's well, it's that's
That's
what
the
the
Cantonese.
creature's name is. He never said that was his name. He said it's a mogwai, which is like
Okay,
saying it's a dog.
okay, but still, he's so cute.
Yes, he is cute. The owner, Mr. Wing, refuses to sell it to Randall, but his grandson secretly does. And he tells
Oh,
him
look who's here in
three.
the chat, Mrs.
Hey, Subi720. Hi. I forgot to send you a reminder. Thank you for coming. I'm
So
so
nice
glad
to
you're.
see you,
We're talking
Subi.
about the movie Gremlins. And I'm now just doing a quick little narration, a little recap of what the movie is, and kind of showing some of the screenshots as we do it. So
Mm-hmm.
let's here look and see if we can find the Mogwai. It's kind of in the dark corner, so I don't know if we'll really see it here.
Now,
But he
I'm not
sees
sure.
a mo-
Dave said, I believe it's common in many Asian cultures for demons to be both good and evil. Hmm.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Demon does not necessarily mean evil.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
And so this little shit here, sorry, he took
Honest movie reviews with Mrs.
and he
Dadman
took
Walking.
and he
Bring your friends.
defied his grandpa, who said, "No, I'm not selling it to you," because he said they needed the money. So he sold it secretly to um, Mr. Peltzer, and he said there were three rules. Dadman, what are the three rules? So you've been paying
They
attention.
don't like bright light.
Hmm.
Don't get them wet, and don't feed them after midnight.
That is correct. And so now we go to the next scene, which I love this.
Oh
This is
yes.
this we hear the voice, but we never see the man. But I love this one. It's such a which I think is kind of funny. When was it? Wait, well, when did the first Indiana Jones come out?
81 maybe.
Okay, so since Steven Spielberg, a kind of little throwback, little
Yeah.
um thing, because Steven Spielberg was a producer on this.
What? Oh my gosh, this guy, Ricky Rialto, he's played by Dan Steele. Don Steele. Don Steele. Do you know where we know Don Steele from?
No.
He was the announcer in the original Death Race 2000.
Oh, really?
The guy with the ascot and the microphone out there? Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Like
Okay.
that's a movie
Oh,
we
that's
gotta
so funny.
find. Sorry about that, folks.
Yes, sorry. So anyway, so I just love that you see this, and the show opens. We still haven't seen the Mogwai yet, so we're not really sure what's going on. We have this beautiful picturesque town, um, stuff going on here. We're not even going to talk about that. And then we see um, Billy Peltzer for the first time, and he's played by Zach Galligan. I don't know if he really did.
Mm-hmm.
IJA, what the heck is that?
Indiana
IJA.
Jones and the Temple of
Oh,
Doom.
oh, it was released in '84, so it's released around the same time. So it
Mm-hmm.
had to be before this one. But anyway, we meet Zach Galligan, Billy Peltzer, who's played by Zach Galligan. Um, and they said that Steven Spielberg urged the casting of this relatively unknown actor because he saw chemistry between them. Apparently, there was an off-camera moment during the audition where he put his head on Phoebe Cates' shoulder, and it just was like magic, they say. So that's why how he got the part. Um, so he's trying to get to work, and let's see. He works at a local bank, but he fears that his dog Barney, who is a little bit of a troublemaker, it seems like, is going to be in trouble, going to be hurt by, let's find her. Um, he hides them. Hides them in the bank, and let's find the lady here who I really liked. Here she is, going to see Billy at the bank. Now, I love Polly Holiday. She played this character amazingly. She played Mrs. Deagle.
I was shocked. The only thing I ever knew Polly Holiday to be in was Alice. So when you
Kiss
said
my
that, I was
grits.
shocked.
Yes,
Yeah,
kiss my
I
grits. That's what.
I
Yes, exactly.
I never ever knew of her in anything but Alice. That's what's so crazy.
Yeah.
Because this is
Yes.
'84. That's probably about 7 or 8 years, 6 or 7, 8 years after Alice was actually a thing.
Exactly. I was looking for a quote that she said. Um,
Hmm.
um, so let me go. So she's ticked off. I'm trying to multitask here.
That's okay.
So she's
She's
not a nice person. She's not a nice person. So here she is confronting Billy with the snowman head, and um, and these are the lines that she says. Hello, Sashi. Um, you have a good day at
Sashay.
work. I saw you when you went to bed. I told you I'd see you when you got up. So
uh,
her name is
oh,
Ruby Deagle.
hey, Corey asked, "Hey, what is Dolores Umbridge mom doing in this movie?"
So
Yeah,
Billy's dog, who is played by Mushroom. I can't remember what Mushroom's real name is. Name in the movie is says to Billy, "I want your dog." And Billy goes, "Barney, give him to me, and I'll take him to the kennel. They'll put him to sleep. It'll be quick and painless compared to what I would do to him." "What could you do?" "I'll catch the beast myself. He'll get what he deserves, a slow, painful death. Maybe I'll put him in my spin dryer on high heat."
oh wow.
And then Mr. Anderson, who is standing there right beside him, says, "That'd do it all right." So she was not a nice person.
Yeah. Oh, Polly
Not a nice
Holiday.
person at all. She played that character perfectly.
Yeah, because see, I didn't think she was. I thought the only thing she ever did it with Alice and Flo, and it was amazing seeing her in this. Because, like you said, she played
Mhm.
this role very, very,
She
very well. I mean, I'm looking at her career of everything else. I'm just amazed. Didn't realize she had been around that long and had done all that work.
Yes. Um, I do not know all that she has done. Um, you know what I forgot to do?
Right.
Oh, did I say I did share? Never mind. I did. I remembered. I just forgot that I did it.
Uh,
I thought
well,
it,
what had happened around '84 to about '86 was the last time she did much, and then after that she slowed down. But she'd
right.
been appearing on TV shows and all through the '90s at times, so even Home Improvement.
I could see that. So I think she's a good actress. So Miss Deagle, is threatening to kill Barney. And then we meet Phoebe Cates, who also works at the bank, looking, you know, upset with what's going on. And Phoebe Cates, you all know, they she almost didn't get the part because they were had concerns that she was known for playing more risque parts, such as Linda Barrett in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. But they did give her the part, um, and I think she did quite well in it. So we meet her for the first time, and so all this, a little bit more threats from Mrs. Beagle, and then Barney destroys the snowman totally by trying to run away, and then we meet Judge Reinhold and I don't remember the other character actor's name. Judge Reinhold. Oh, and character actor Edward Andrews.
Mm-hmm. Mr.
They
Corbin, the
played
banker.
they played Billy's superiors at the bank. Um, and Judge Reinhold was smarmy and mean, um,
I had made a note. I'd made a note about him. This is the first time, because he's always looking doofy, incompetent, and everything else. This is the first time I've seen him in a role where he played a. He's like being a dick, and I actually called him Billy a putz. It was so funny to see him of all people. Usually the guy getting kicked around and mocked and made fun of, laying down the log on everybody.
yeah, yes. I was looking to see. Um, yeah, he just was a jerk, such a jerk, and his lines were just it's so perfect. Yes, and he acted with Phoebe Cates. He actually, there was actually supposed to be more. He was supposed to be in the film more. They were actually going to make it kind of a him like a three character lead, but they said it just would have been too weird if they did that. But he just was kind of jerky. He's like, in this scene, he's like, "What is that dog doing in here?" Mr. Corbin says, and Gerald says, "Helter, this is a bank and not a store." Mr. Corbin goes, "Very good, Gerald," and Gerald goes, "Thank you, Mr. Corbin." Such a suck up. But
Yeah.
so they were supposed to be in the movie more, but they were pretty much edited out. So about after this and one other scene, you don't see Judge Reinhold anymore in this movie.
Yeah, I didn't notice that till you just said that. That's interesting.
Yes. So Billy's having a kind of stinky day,
Mm-hmm.
and he goes home. And let's see what happens now. Oh wait, first he goes to the bar, and he's drawing a picture of his frustrations. And this is neat. This person right here. Does anybody know who this person right here is? It's Chuck Jones.
Oh, that Chuck Jones?
That is Chuck Jones.
How did he end up in this movie? Oh,
So
it's Mr. Jones.
He did a cameo. There's some other cameos, which if I can remember them, I will show them. But Chuck Jones did a cameo, which I thought was kind of neat with him doing an illustration. So that was kind of neat. Um, and while he's drawing, we get to meet Mr. Head again. And he calls, he's just not a nice person. And he insults his final scene. At least he has a good insult line here. He goes, he says, "If it isn't Captain Clip On, guess who almost signed for unemployment today?" And Billy Pelcher says, "I give up." You. But Mr. Corbin had second thoughts. I guess he's so sentimental around. Whoops, I got to turn the page. Sentimental around the holidays. And Billy goes, "Imagine that. If it was up to me, I would have fired you in a second." And Billy looks at him and says, "Well, Merry Christmas to you too."
Huh.
So this is the final scene we have. Yes, Mr. Looney Tunes is Chuck Jones.
What was interesting, and I don't remember the exact line, but when Phoebe Cates came up to him and he's like, "Hey, you want to see my apartment or something?" And he's like, "No," or whatever line she dropped was like, "No, I haven't." It was a hilarious rejection.
Something like, "You want to go up and see my new apartment?" And she's like, "Well, I haven't seen you.
I haven't seen your old one." Yeah.
Yes, yeah, so I was trying. There they are. There's the group of them, and him being smarmy. So then there's Phoebe Cates. But yeah, he got totally dissed, and then he's not in the movie anymore.
Goodbye. Yeah, it just was weird to see him.
Yeah, he just was there and gone. And so Billy comes home. There's his mom watching TV, and she asks him to crack some eggs. And so he goes to the Heltzer egg cracker,
Ugh.
which didn't work at all. So that's the second invention. Let's start.
But it's
here.
cute. It's cute with the little chicken head.
Yes, let's go see if we could. let me see if let's see if we can find the very beginning. Okay, so that is the beginning of it. So here's the
Mhm.
we're gonna kind of see if we can zip through these. Here we go. There he's like, oh shit, I got to do this. Okay, okay, mom, are you sure about this? Uh, okay. Why can't I just crack the eggs? It'd be easier. Okay, there it goes. She's looking because they're really not working good, and yeah, there it's just a mess now. It's a total mess, and he ends up taking it to the sink. He's like, Mom, do we really have to? So
Yes.
he's like, Yes. I'm sorry, we have to look at this backwards now. So that was the first invention. And his mom is very sympathetic. And I don't remember who played the mom. I don't know if I have her written
I had
down
it
here.
right here. Frances Lee McLean
She
played
played,
Lynn Kelser. Yeah,
and I
played Lynn
thought that
Kelser.
she was really, really good at this. She doesn't really moonlight at the bar. She just helps out, and I don't think she probably gets paid a lot for it. She helps them out because they need the help. Excuse me. So his dad comes home, and they built a lot of this before even seeing the damn Mogwai. So we
Yeah.
did all this story here. So dad comes home and he says, I got a present for you. And then we get to see the first, um, let me find it. The first,
Hmm.
well, look, the dog sees, there's a story about this. Barney
Hmm.
did not, he thought they were real. So all his interactions with the puppets are him thinking he's responding to a real animal.
Oh, really?
Yes. So he shows them this thing, and we see this cute, adorable little Mogwai who they have named Gizmo um, as a pet. And the instruction he gives them the three rules about what to do. Um, so there we go. We have that, and then he plays with them. Interesting fact is that there is a lot of wires attached to Gizmo.
Hmm.
So whenever an actor dealt with him, they had to. What you didn't see was all the contraption underneath, and
Right.
so he said it was really hard for Zach. Zach, because a lot of times the wires were shoved under his clothes, down his pant legs, and and they showed it like a behind the scene pictures, and there's like 20 wires that just to be able to manipulate this manipulate Gizmo,
Hmm.
and it was so small, and the puppeteers and said, "Oh, please, can we make him bigger?" And the director Joe Dante said, "No, oh no, we I want to keep him this size." So they really grew to hate um, this puppet because
Yeah.
it broke down all the time,
Yeah.
and it could sometimes take up to 6 hours to fix it. So it was a nightmare. It was an absolute nightmare. But they made it work. And
Hmm.
when they had to do some of the more close-up, intricate feature scenes, they did have a bigger gizmo. But then they had to take all the props, had to enlarge them to be in scale. So it was the behind the scenes of this. They truly hated that thing.
Interesting.
So we have little Gizmo here, and and there's a cute little picture of Gizmo. Oh, isn't he
Oh, that's
adorable? And
the original Baby Yoda.
yes, Gizmo. And so he finds out the rules when his mom takes a flash picture and scares Gizmo. So he knows the rules. So
Hmm.
here he goes, and la 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 la. Um, Gizmo sings and um, all this kind of wonderful stuff. let's see here. So I guess he goes to bed.
And folks, feel free to tell us what you think of these scenes, or have some scenes that y'all want to talk about or that are interested, and we'll try to get back to them.
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely.
So then we have the second invention, the Peltzer orange juicer.
That was a great one. I like that one.
So here he does. He puts the oranges. You know what I am? I'm going to do these. I'm going to do these next. So here we have
Okay.
the orange thing.
Yay.
He's looking at it. He's, oh shit. I don't want to do this. You
What's
just
the?
see him.
I was trying
You
to figure
just
out
see
what's
him
the.
resigned to the fact.
It's going to break somehow, but I'm trying to figure out why put them on a bunch of oranges if you're going to
I
use
think
the
the
orange.
oranges are just underneath it.
Okay.
It's just underneath it. So we know what it is, I think.
Right.
So here he is. Oh gosh, he's got to put the orange in. He's very, very nervous about this. He puts, oh, and it looks like it might be starting to work properly. He's actually getting some orange juice, and then what's happening now? There it goes. And then his friend comes in, who is, what's his name? Oh my goodness. Pete Fontaine, who was played by, you will see in a second. Does anybody know who played Pete Fontaine?
I do, but
I know because you watched the movie. So he's carrying in the Christmas tree, and we're just going to keep looking at him bringing in the Christmas tree. And there's orange juice splattered everywhere. And this is Pete Fontaine. Now, I'm going to say one thing very, very cynically. Yes, Corey Feldman. Do you see the age difference there?
one's like a
Okay.
post-college student, the other's like a middle schooler.
Yes, okay. Okay. I'm just okay. Keep that in mind. So yes, and Corey says the line that I think is fantastic. Why don't let me see what line I am on because I'm going to have to remove this because I'm going to do that. Why don't you just buy orange juice in a container?
Yeah. I
And he
just
kind of
noticed for the first time the orange juice on the cupboards, the cabinets.
yes, there's pulp and orange juice absolutely everywhere. So I'm working to get back up to the
No.
scene that we need. So he's like, "Oh, I got something to show you," and I'm almost there. So he tells his friend Pete, who is probably I don't know, let's say a good 6, 7 years younger than him.
No.
Hey, come up to my room. I got something to show you.
Oh gosh, what? Oh man, I don't
So
believe.
they go up to
Okay.
the room, and and there's this is a Gizmo was watching Cary, not Cary Grant. Everybody, who is that? Clark Gable movie where he's a race car driver, foreshadowing something that's going to happen in the future. So he comes in, and while he's talking, which I think is a little weird, let me think if they show it. Oh, they don't really show it. He's like changing his clothes with him there. I'm
Hey, it's just
sorry.
a boys' locker room. Hey.
I'm sorry. I just think that's a little weird. You take a kid. I know it's 84. I know. I'm cynical now. You just don't do that. So there's Pete. Pete doesn't know the rules for this little creature here. And he spills some paintbrush water on him.
Yeah.
And then Gizmo reproduces. So if you add water to them, these
Yeah.
little fur ball things come out of them right here.
Mm-hmm.
And then they become little more mogwai. Yes, a little too comfortable with the scene. Yes. And I know that this was 1984, so maybe, there was some innocence 40 years ago. Now it would be, that scene would not happen. They just wouldn't do it. He said, hey, it would be more like, hey, let me come down and show you something. So anyway, we get
God.
that even sounds
Yeah,
bad too, doesn't
yeah, it
it?
does. Yeah.
Let me show you my little furry thing. Oh, that could be bad too. You want to see? No, we just not grasp them. So anyway, these other Mowglis come out, little Mogwais come out, and some of them look cute, but then there's one that's a little, kind of a little, naughty. He comes down, tells his dad who's working on a card shuffly thing here, which doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
And he has improved his bathroom buddy, which doesn't work. I can't find it. Yeah, it squirted there. It squirted all on him. There's the bathroom buddy. And so he says, hey, Dad, come here. I got to show you something. So his dad sees them all. And what does his dad think, Dad, man? Do you remember what he thinks?
I don't remember.
We could.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I do. Yeah, that they can make money. Everybody wants a Mogwai. Yes, I remember.
Yeah, they could replace the dog.
Oh,
They
yes,
could
and the
replace
dog stood
family
up.
dog. And the
Yeah.
dog looked at him like, what? What?
Actually stood up too. He's like,
Yeah.
what the hell?
What you talking about? So, his dad's thinking of profiting on this. Don't know much about this creature.
Well, what I thought was weird is that the dad, first thing, and maybe it's natural for an inventor or somebody trying to make money, think is how to monetize it or whatever. But it was like, it's like he completely blew off the warnings that the pet that the a guy had given them earlier, and the more that there was a responsibility for them.
Yes, and so
that's up. Agent Atwood's here.
Hey, Atwood, what's up? So yes, so we see this. He wakes up. I don't know. Remember what woke him up? He was maybe looking for Barney or something. Maybe he heard Barney, and there's Barney.
Oh man, yes.
With lights, and they kind of did a little scene, which you can't see because it's too dark, with the 5 little Mogwai led by Stripe, which is the one that has the mohawk. And Stripe was voiced by. You remember?
Say that again.
I've lost the page. Who is it? Oh, Spike was voiced by.
Oh yeah.
I wish Stunning was here.
Yeah, I know. Because I've got the. See.
I don't look. Don't look.
Yes, Simply Steve got it.
Yes, Frank Welker.
Yep.
Spike was voiced by Frank Welker. And does anybody remember who Gizmo was voiced by? Very well known. I will tell you some of the other Gremlin voices were performed by Michael Winslow and Peter Cullen. And Michael Winslow is the man with Howie Mandel. Exactly, Steve. Howie Mandel did Gizmo. But Michael Winslow, he was the man who did all the noises and stuff in Police Academy.
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah, and then we had Peter Cullen who did some of the other voices, and the other voices were done by also Mandel, Welker, Bob Bergen, Fred Newman, Jim Cummings, who did the voice of who? Winnie was it Winnie the Pooh or Tigger?
I think it was Winnie the Pooh.
He did that voice. There was also, I don't know who this person is, Sonny Melendrez, Mark Dotson, Bob Holt, Mike Sheehan, and even Joe Dante himself did.
Oh wow! Hey, did you Mushroom did Barney? But did you mention Peter Cullen in there too?
Yes, Peter Cullen.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Oh look, there's yeah, you're right. Stunning. I thought of this when we were seeing the.
Yes, they had both of them in it. Yes. Absolutely. So that's really, really kind of cool. So I think I've covered most of the actors. There's except one other one that's pretty famous. So here are these gremlins. Look at them, those little shits. What they did, um, and they're sneaky. So they get him out and everything. Not really. He's thinking that um, Miss Deagle did it. You know,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and his mom saying, "Now let's not jump to conclusions." And here's another invention, Dad man.
Woohoo! Yes, that's the one I wanted to talk about earlier.
Go right ahead.
You will never look at coffee again the same way. You get coffee and your sludge all in one pot. It was
Let's
like
go look and see if
even she said, "I don't think we can drink this." And he's
there
like,
it is.
"No, we
You think
can."
that's a frozen? That this is, even though this is a still shot, that's how it came out. It was thick. Peltzer espresso. Yes, yes. It was
Yep.
truly that thick. These were we talk about favorite scenes. I will say that I really didn't have a favorite scene in this movie. I had favorite like characters or things.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I might have one scene that I liked. So anyway, we have
That was my favorite invention. I love of the whole movie right there. It was like, he's like, ugh.
yes,
Solid coffee. Yeah, that
solid
was a
coffee.
sludge mortar type. Yep, Corey.
Yes, that's I
Oh,
like my coffee thick.
called espresso. Yes.
So Billy takes the one of the Mogwai to his science teacher to um, talk about it. He goes, "Oh wait, you got to see this." So what does he do? He puts water on them, and guess what happens?
Boop,
Another little baby
boop.
pops out,
Yep. Boop.
and so he gives them that one to experiment with. Now this actor right here, his name was Glenn Turman, and
Mm-hmm.
he portrayed the high school science teacher.
Yeah. I don't remember
And
ever seeing
Atwood
him.
says, it's funny because when I see Frank Welker, I think Shao Kahn in the original Mortal Kombat movie. So he's done so much, he's done a lot of stuff that people can think different. Um, uh,
I'm sorry, I did.
I didn't know if
Yeah.
you were going to put it on this, right?
Yeah.
So he's done so much. So anyway, he goes to check him out, this creature, and
Mr. Angel is here. Mr. Angel is here.
hello. Yes, yes, we are not to that part yet. I agree with you. So we're at the part where he just found out that what water does, gave it to the science teacher. The science teacher keeps the one that was reproduced, and he gives it gives its blood. It hurts him, and the Mogwai is not very happy. So he gives him. Let me go back one. He gives him takes his blood. That
Mm-hmm.
will be a little later. But so then we meet the final person. Um, Dick Miller is the actor's name. He played a World War II veteran, and he's the first one in this movie to refer to the Gremlins. And he talks
Mm.
about it. And this was a kind of
Let me ask you this:
this.
Do you want me to?
I don't know if this scene would have panned
Let,
out today.
let me ask you real quick. Do you, Mr. Angel? Others are putting scenes in here. Do you want me to just star
Go
them?
ahead and star them, and
Okay.
when we get to them, you can pop them up.
Okay. All right.
I would say Corey Feldman played in both this and Friday the 13th, Part 4, which both came out in 1984. And it's so good to see you, Mr. Angel. I am glad you're here. I have
Absolutely.
missed seeing you in chat. Um, so he is a cynical person. Um, and I was going to look and see
Yeah, Mr. Futterman. Yes,
this
yes, exactly. I love
Murray
Mr.
Futterman.
Murray
And
Futterman. He was played by
this
Dick
is,
Miller, by the way. I don't know if
yes,
people know who Dick Miller is.
they say he is a veteran actor.
Oh yeah,
Um,
he
an
was.
experienced actor. So anyway, this is his lines, and he's drunk at the time, and he looks inside his car and he goes, "Gremlins, you got to watch out for them foreigners because they plant gremlins in their machinery. It's the same gremlins that brought down our planes in the big one. Kate, the big one? That's right, World War II. Good old World War II. Tries to start his car, and he goes, they're still slipping him over here. They put him in cars, they put him in your TV, they put him in your stereos and those little radios you stick in your ears. They even put him in watches. They have teeny gremlins for our watches." So,
Yeah, you're right. It was like I can't remember the exact quote. There was one that was like so like, oh my gosh, they would not have said that nowadays.
exactly. Yes,
Oh, by the
this is definitely a 40-year-old movie.
yeah,
Oh,
by the
I'm
way,
going to
I'm sorry, go
go
ahead.
ahead. No, go ahead. Go
Well,
ahead.
I just going to say for people that are geeks out there, like I am with different things, he also appeared in at least one other 1984 movie, The Terminator,
Oh,
where he was the pawn shop clerk and he's the Terminator ordering all the guns. He's like, man, you really know your guns. It's
yeah.
like, yeah,
So we'll quickly get through the rest of this. There's just some of these scenes are so
yeah,
great. I don't really want to skip some of them. So
absolutely.
here
Mr.
we have.
Angel adores this movie and remembers and still chuckles after all the years.
So we have all this stuff with Mowgli, with this them them gremlins in my cab, gremlins
Yep,
in my cab.
that's a
Yes.
little bit later. Yep.
So let's go back here. Let's kind of follow these and see what's next. Um, so not a happy person. Just there he's talking about them gremlins that are put in the car, and they're walking home having a sweet moment. Oh, Billy and whatever her name is, Kate. Kate and
Aw.
Billy, Billy and Kate. Oh, and for some reason she doesn't like Christmas. Yes, the legend of sabotaging little creatures is actually quite old. Several cultures through time had some sort of myth like gremlins.
Yep.
Um, yes. So here they're talking, and blah blah blah, talking, and he's in love with her. Just look at his little puppy dog eyes. And here the science teacher takes his blood, and he's kind of I don't know, he just kind of seems a little enjoying it too much. This is gonna hurt. It just seems like he's,
A little
you know,
sadistic. Yeah.
yeah, a little enjoying it a little too much.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, I'm just, hmm um, so Billy's doing some stuff at home. The Mogwai are asking for food. He looks at the clock. It says 11:30. So he's like, okay, I can still give them food. So he goes downstairs, he gets them some fried chicken, and he gives them fried chicken, and they eat it. And then here's where the movie kind of see all the little pupils that are happening. This and the
He's
darker
here.
things.
He's here. Stunning has come in after you made the big characters
Oh,
reveals. Fried Gremlins. Hey, Stunning.
yes. Do you remember who did the voice of Stripe Stunning? I'll give you a chance if you don't know. And there was another voice actor in here.
Yep.
Go ahead and tell him. Go ahead and tell him.
I am Stripe, the Gremlin. It is Frank Welker.
Yes.
Yes, Frank
And who
Welker.
else did voices in here?
Peter Cullen also did
Also
voices of
did
Mogwai and
voices.
Gremlins. Yep, exactly.
Yep.
Both were actually in this stunning, but Frank was the voice of Stripe. Peter did some of the other Gremlins voices.
Mm-hmm.
So
the scientists also fed the Mogwai, and we find that the results are all these nasty things here that become.
oh yeah, that's one thing I noted was that ugly pea part. It was almost like an alien type
It
of
was like an
cocoon thing.
invasion,
Yeah,
like the pod people.
yeah.
You know that. And a fact was that and we could talk about this later, but it is originally was going to have Gizmo turn
Mm-hmm.
into a gremlin.
Oh,
Yes,
wow.
but Steven Spielberg liked Gizmo and didn't want to. I'm
Mm-hmm.
thinking they were thinking merchandising,
Yep.
which I would have thought of. Hey, let's keep Gizmo. Gizmo's cute. People will buy cute.
Yep.
People will buy cute. So they become these creatures,
Mm-hmm.
and this is when he realizes that he tricked them and they ripped the cord out of the clock. So
Yep.
these little stinkers, because they said, remember what um, um, Mr. Wing said? They're devious.
Mm-hmm.
So they broke out of the cages. Here they are here, and then um, we had the
You
great
found
scene.
apparently you found something out in Kill Count. Very informative videos.
Oh yes, that's where I got some of this information from. Um,
Let's say hello to the
Atwood,
great Yemi too.
hey
Yemi's
Yemi,
here.
Atwood. If you want to put the link to the kill count in the comp in the chats for people, if they want to check it out, it's really a good it's a good one. So we have mom here making gingerbread cookies, trying to answer the last experiment one is the phone remote that didn't work, so she answered the phone. And he is at the
Oh, by the way, can you go
invent.
back on that one scene with the phone remote? Yeah, go.
There she is, keep trying to use
Yeah,
the
but
remote.
to the left of it, there's to the left of it. That bowl right there is going to come into play a little bit later.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. There's one time when an invention worked.
Oh,
Um,
Yemi's never seen this one.
oh, that's okay. Dadman didn't see it until yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Sorry. Hey, I got a
So,
day on you.
here he is at the inventors convention. So he's not even in town. And they took the dog and gave it to an aunt or something so that Miss Deagle wouldn't kill it.
Mm-hmm. Hello, Curtis Selby. Welcome.
So, hey, Curtis, how are you? I didn't see him here. Oh, there he is.
He
It
just
was
popped in.
highlighted.
Yep.
I didn't see it.
Exactly.
I'm so glad you're here.
There's the link, and we'll deal with ghoulies another time.
Yeah. So anyway, if you look at this, apparently these are some. This one I think is somebody a cameo of somebody, but this right here is the time machine from the Machine movie. That's a little cameo. And if you look here, it's not the best picture, but there's Steven Spielberg.
Oh wow.
And he's in a device. He's got a cast. His leg was broken, so the device you can't see it in these pictures, but he's got his leg up in a cast up on a thing. So that's Steven Spielberg, and that's the time machine. And there's some other people here, but I don't know who they are.
Yep.
Some cameos. So they become gremlins, and then they attack. Oh, she's just mean. There's this meanie woman again.
Yep. You say meanie just as Max Redstone pops in. Hello,
Hey,
Max.
how are you?
Good to
So
see
I'm
you,
trying
Max.
to get to the
Yeah.
sequel. Here are the gremlins. The gremlin comes out, and this idiot, stupid guy Yeah, let's walk around with something we don't know what it is,
In the dark.
turned off. Let's not turn on any lights. Let's turn on a itty bitty little flashlight and look. No, you turn on the lights. The freaking thing ate through bars. You turn on the light.
I'm a gremlin. Sure. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
So
yeah, that was the thing. As we were watching it, we were both like, turn the light on, turn the light on,
turn
turn
on
the
the
light
light.
on.
Turn the light on.
It's like one of those summer camp horror movies, you know?
Yes, it's like ugh.
Yeah. But
So
we have 15 people here watching tonight.
oh
Please make sure to
hello.
smash that like button, subscribe, and share out the stream. We appreciate y'all being here tonight. Very much so, Mrs. I just wanted to make sure you did that. I think everybody's been said hello to. Do you need a second of break? Or are you okay?
I'm doing okay.
All right, just kidding.
I want to
I
kind
mean,
of get through. I want to kind of get through the movie. So
all right,
there's little
all right.
Gizmo, and the creatures have transformed. They've incubated, and let's see if we can. Whoops, nope, we're too. Let me move here. I probably should have just stayed there. So there he is, stupidity, still looking for him, and he finds him, and then we'll find out what happens in a second. And there's Billy going to see him and talk about the transformation, and he finds his teacher. Did they show it? Did I miss it? He walks in. He's asking for him. I do think he does turn the light on. I hope he does. Yes, he.
Well, Billy does, yeah.
Billy turns the light on, and he's looking around, and he finds his teacher. I don't see it.
Oh,
They
by
don't
the way,
really show. There he
look
is.
at
He finds
Studding. Studding said, "There's more to these creatures than meets the eye."
yes. So he finds his teacher dead. Death number one. Kill count. Death number one of the human. Yes. So okay. I'm not going to count the gremlins. So he finds him dead, and then Mom hears some noises upstairs. What's going on? Hmm. And this is what's happening upstairs. There is Gizmo being tortured by the gremlins. Now, this scene, the puppeteers hated Gizmo so much because he was so difficult to work with. He broke all the time. So they actually had a list that was called Horrible Things to Do to Gizmo.
Oh, God, really?
Yes. And so to satisfy the crew, Dante included a scene in which the gremlins hang Gizmo on a wall and throw darts at him. This was to make the crew happy because they hated this puppet so much because it broke down all the time. It took hours and hours to fix, and it was just a nightmare. The design of the gremlins is, I agree with you. And they were a little easier to deal with than Gizmo. Gizmo was the puppet from hell.
You know why? You know why?
Why?
Because as Stunning says, everybody likes the bad boys.
Everybody likes the bad boys.
So, yeah.
So the Gizmos are here. I mean, the Gizmos.
Oh, Simply Sue's got a great question. Makes you ask which were the real monsters of the movie.
Right. So we had, they have popped out of their pupae or their little cocoons, whatever you want to call them. The mom goes upstairs and is like, "Oh shit, oh shit!" His Billy tries to call. All this stuff is happening, and mom kicks some ass.
Yes.
I'm not going to go through all of it, but she kicks ass. Um, and 4 out of the 5 gremlins are killed,
including the one mixer ball we saw by the phone.
We'll show it. We'll show it.
Okay.
We'll show it.
Sorry.
I'm trying to. Why is this not clicking? Because I wanted to show an image of it. Come on. Oh, it's just really slow. It's now decided to go slow.
Oh no.
Let me do this and see maybe if I can. Be a little more patient. I'm going to wait for that little
Yeah.
thing to
Okay. While you do
stop.
that, Atwood
So,
says that some of the puppeteers from the movie. I'm trying to get to the thing.
yes,
Some of the puppeteers of the movie worked on the first Chucky movie and reunited for this movie.
yes, and with the Gremlins, because they were bigger, they could use. I don't think this one's going to pop up. I really wanted to show this one. Is my internet still working? Yeah.
It should be. I'm
Okay,
on.
here it go. What did it not do it? Oh crap. Here we go. So there is the scene that Dadman likes. She threw him into the
Oh,
mixer.
yes. I love it. The one
And
invention that worked.
that it worked when it should.
Yes.
So they worked on the Gremlins first and then they worked on Chucky.
Yeah.
And they said these puppets were at times easier to work with because they could use some rods. They're beaten into bowl. So she ends up killing 4
Yeah,
out of
she
the
did
5,
good.
and she survived. Which in the script was changed a lot because in this the version that they wanted to do would have been a little darker. Various scenes were cut. Um,
Mm.
One of the scenes that was cut included Billy's mother dying in her
Oh
struggle with the
wow.
gremlins. And then when Billy arrives, they throw her head down the stairs.
Oh
That was not
man.
that was
Okay.
not used in the movie.
That would be cool, but I definitely don't think they could have handled that in 1984.
It would
That would have been like rock. That would have been like Halloween or Jason, one of those type of levels.
yes.
But Fallout Dave, I'm not sure he wants to eat her food if she cooks like that. Mr. Angel does say, "Yo, puppeteer crew, where are you guys going with that chainsaw, can of gasoline, and blender? Just doing some
Yes,
adjusting for the puppet, Chief. Don't worry about it."
yes, and Zach Galligan
Galligan,
said
yeah,
that sometimes and that um, kill count that
yeah.
part of the interview was that um, well, when they were working with Gizmo, you would hear it break. It'd make like a rah noise or something, and then they'd have to fix it. And he was sitting with Hoyt Axton, and he goes, "Well, how long do you think it's going to get fixed?" And one of them said 5 hours, and one of them said 7 hours or something like that. And it took 6 hours, so they both were
Mm.
right. So there was a lot of waiting, trying to get that done. So yeah, they saved the mom. She didn't get killed. Some of the other scenes that they did that were cut was where the gremlins ate Billy's dog.
Oh,
That was taken out. And a scene
wow.
where the gremlins attacked the McDonald's
Ah!
and
Sorry
they
for
ate
yelling.
the customers instead of burgers.
I love it. We need to make that. Need to make some of those now. Redo. Okay, that's a reboot I would like to see. That's a reboot or remake I'd love to
Yes,
see.
yes. Okay, mom gets saved. Here's Stripe. Stripe, who seems to have, like they say, a sinus condition. He always
Yeah, that was
decided
weird.
to.
Yeah.
Oh, and when they were little, okay, when they were little, they kept like throwing snot at each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, what kind of liquids make them pregnant? Make them, yeah, uh,
Pregnant.
make them give reproduce. That's the word I'm looking for. Which ones? Snot doesn't. That's a liquid, so that doesn't count. Um, so they're going to look for. He's going to look for Stripe. Um, he finds Gizmo, puts Gizmo in his backpack, so he doesn't have to worry about. So the puppeteers were very happy with that because they didn't have to worry about him walking or anything. So here we go. Okay, here's another question. Spike runs through snow. What's snow? What's snow? Water. Correct. Why didn't he reproduce? Hmm.
His
I
feet
thought,
were
and
caught.
I said that at the beginning of the. Oh man, it like stopped in the middle of it.
No, I remember you commented like crazy on that
I
last
did comment. I said,
lecture.
why isn't he reproducing?
Yeah. Good
So,
question.
so he runs into the YMCA. YMCA. Okay, this is like going slow again. So, and he jumps into a pool. And at some point, I think, didn't he get his girlfriend? Is Kate with him at this? No, Kate isn't with him yet.
No, she's at the bar.
She's, yeah, that scene. I'm hoping this is not going to be stupid. I'm going to try to get to it.
Yeah.
So, so he's walking and doing the backstroke. He
Not
was
doing the
not doing the
backstroke.
backstroke in the snow, but he was touching this water. He was touching the snow. So that just,
Maybe it's something with their feet that keep them dry. By the way, you got 17 people here. Thank y'all, everybody.
oh, thank you all that are here. Thank you
Make sure
so
to
much.
follow on Twitch and like and subscribe here on the YouTube side. So.
Yes, and answer the question. Okay, 88 people thought that it aged well, and 88%, sorry, thought it aged well, and 12% do not think that it aged well. I think parts of this aged well. I am having issues with this. I'm going to close it down.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Well,
let me remove it from here so you don't see all the.
yeah, because we have some scenes people put in the chat, but I'm waiting till you hit those
I
pictures.
yes, wait till we get to them. So I'm going to have to close this.
No, Phantom Outsiders here. Hell, Phantom. Maybe they're cold blooded, so them walking the snow does not melt the snow. That's true. You've got to make it from snow solid to liquid, but still.
Okay, malarkey.
They would have been better off to just made it a regular drive street. But hey, Phantom, good to see you.
Okay, I'm going to try opening this again and see.
All right. But while the missus does that, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, and thank you for your support for being here tonight. Let's get Mrs. to 500. She's at 279 again. So it's like a get her over the 280 and keep going. But hey, also you can visit our Ko-Fi page and buy her a cup of coffee.
This is now being painfully slow.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm trying to feel for you right now so you can
I
have a
know.
little break. But support her on Ko-Fi. Buy her a cup of coffee once a month or monthly or 10 cups of coffee. But hey, you know, the cost of StreamYard has increased exponentially. And you look at these wonderful, she's using slides, but watch her graphics and all that she does. Time and effort and everything else. But hey, there you go. There's your pitch.
I'm going to completely show it, and thank you. I'm going to try to open this.
Okay.
And see if I can.
I'll hit what Mr. Angel said along this line. If water is what creates the offspring, then I hope that the threshold for that is not air humidity. I don't want to see what happens when a fog bank comes in. Oh.
Yes. Yeah.
That'd be like the mist. Yeah. Oh gosh. Or Family Outsider says, or imagine if they were in a high humidity area, Florida or Louisiana.
Yeah, we would be dead.
Absolutely. It would be crazy. So, I'm sorry this happened.
It's crap. Crapadola.
And you closed and come back?
Yes. I don't know why it's doing this.
How many tabs do you have open?
I have none. I have the one thing.
Yeah.
Let me switch. It's on. Let me go ahead and close everything. You guys, right. You'll have to monitor my stuff.
I will. Yep. So, folks, thank y'all for being in here today. We got 17 watching.
It is it is just not doing it.
Make sure you follow Mrs. Over, and you can subscribe to her to help her on Twitch, or you can buy a Ko-Fi, or just hit that like button, subscribe to the stream, and help her get towards that monetization level of 500. Mr. Angel said that the Mogwai species must have evolved under extreme dry circumstances. I'm laughing.
Must have.
Yeah. Although snow under their feet apparently doesn't bother them too bad. Let's see. I'm going to see. Yeah, Steve said earlier about those other possible things that were cut. Wow, Gremlins, the dark cut.
Okay, this is not going to let me go. I don't think it's going to. It's frozen here. Okay, what scene is this? What they can do 50.
Oh, Corey's got to go though. Corey's got to go. Hey, thanks for coming by, Corey.
Okay, well, I think that this is I'm not buying you a cup of coffee because this didn't work.
Water
I'm gonna
activates their reproduction
Okay, wait,
factor.
I think it might be, well, it's slow, but we'll see. Good night.
Good night, Corey. And Steve, we're not going anywhere yet. We're not giving up the ship
No,
yet.
no. I mean, we might just have to talk about them, and that makes me mad.
We'll
But
have to do
okay, so
Gremlins too sometime, but go ahead.
anyway, so the Gremlins Stripe jumps into the pool, big bubbles, green bubbles, lights, and
Yeah.
and I didn't see any of this when um
Hmm.
I'll try to search and find some of these images to show because these are just going really slow. Um, so here we'll do this. We're going to say forget that, and we're just going to do it this way because this is how I do my stuff in the morning. So here we have the pool scene. So here we go. There, Spike has jumped in the pool and he's kind of sitting there looking, and then he's like, "Oh shit!" And what am I saying during this time? What am I saying, Deadman? You remember?
Like, no, I don't remember.
Run! Run!
That was
Run! And
run.
he's standing there, and then he finally runs. And he finally runs out the building. So, yay!
Yay,
Um,
Philly.
and then they show various scenes of the Gremlins wrecking havoc. Um,
Hmm.
Damn it, can you remove that picture for me, or do I have to do it? Okay, because I'm going to ask you to do that because now I'm going to look for another scene.
Okay. Yeah, because I think we're getting close to a couple of the scenes that
Okay,
people
so
put in
we
there
have
earlier.
the Gremlins,
Run, Debbie,
um,
run.
the bar scene, and I don't know which ones were start. So if you want to, let's
Uh,
see, that
yeah.
one's later.
Mr. Angel did say to Fan. Okay, hold on a second. Fanman says, "We know that they don't like being microwaved." Yes,
Oh
they don't.
yes, yes, that was a scene which was an urban legend that they put in there, the microwave scene. Um,
So what is they got tossed in a boiling container of water so they
okay,
multiply
so
or just
it's
boil?
more the chair scene. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Fan
there's
Mouser said the amount of liquid to pull is the maximum amount of volume. Okay, some heat generated. Apparently, technically, there be no more gremlins that matter created then.
yes,
The water is in the
so
pool.
right. So here we go. Here's some of the. Go ahead and add it. Some of the at the we had a huge bar scene. Can you add it?
Oh
The
yeah,
picture.
sorry about that. Yeah.
That's okay. So we have the um, drunk gremlins. We have uh, uh, Kate here trying to keep them happy. She's the smoking gremlins. We
Mm-hmm.
have the card playing gremlins, and Spike actually kills a gremlin here. He shoots
Oh
him.
yeah.
So Spike is a butthead. We have. I was trying to find There's one that was like Humphrey Bogart sitting
Oh
at the
yeah.
table, and I can't find that one. Um, Here he is.
Yeah.
There's Humphrey, but you can't really see him. But it's kind of like the Humphrey Bogart character,
Yep.
um, sitting there drinking. There's a card game. There's there's the kind of some of the like probably the behind the scenes look of it. So yeah, so they just wreaked havoc everywhere in the town, which I wanted to show you some more, but it's not working.
Hey, he cheated. So Stripe dealt with it.
So and then they all Kate got away, um, met with Billy, so they're kind of together now. They're having a little moment thing.
Mm-hmm.
And where did all the gremlins go?
To the movie theater.
They went to the movie theater.
Um,
And what were they watching? What did
Hi
um
ho. Hi ho.
hi ho? It's
The
up
tall,
the
short,
way.
big go.
Yes, so they were all watching Snow White and
Yes.
absolutely loving it. Oh, there's one that was on the ceiling
Oh, the
fan.
bar. Yeah, going back a little bit before that too. Remember, because that's. Did you have the chair scene with Polly?
That's not yet. That's
Oh,
not
it's
yet.
not yet. I thought for sure it was before this, but okay.
Um, yes, it must have been. So, okay, so they don't. Here are them. They're singing
Oh yes,
Christmas carols, and she comes out. Right,
yes,
she comes out to yell at them.
yes.
And then they
Mr. Angel said, "This is where Mr. Angel said, I was rooting for that gremlin that was sabotaging the stairs elevator,
so
and I don't
Gremlins.
regret it for a second." Yeah, the Polly
Oh, let's
Holiday,
see.
yeah, her chair.
So let's see.
The-
Let's see if we can find it. Jingle. So here she is in the chair, and let's see if we can find the launch. I'm trying to see if I could find the chair launch. I don't know if I can find the actual chair launch.
I like the video of it.
No, I can't. I won't be able to find the video. But
Mm.
we can show the aftermath, which
Oh,
is oh crap. Which let me see if I can make this bigger. Huh? Sorry.
no
It's a
problem.
very small picture. So here we go. Come on. Click in the booger.
Let me know when you want to add it.
So let's go ahead and we'll just kind of show some of these. So go ahead.
Okay. Sorry, I had to move a piece of paper. Okay.
So
All right, here we
she
go.
is in her chair. Oops, let's do that. Sorry. There she is going up the chair. There's her cat. And there she is flying up the chairs because you see see the screaming. And here is the aftermath of
Yes.
her in the chair. So
Mr. Angel's comment there. The gremlin's ode to the Wicked Witch. I am melting again.
yes, yes. So yes, a fantastic scene. Um, were there any others to that I
There,
might be able to find? I
let's
apologize. I'm
see.
so irritated that that
Mr.
site
Angel
is
just said,
not deciding to work.
he said, Gizmo is a chaos demon, but hey, it's cute that will come for him while I'm departed from the universe in a very creative way. Oh, yeah, this one with Futterman, the Futterman farm. Yeah.
Let me see if
The
I can
gremlins
find
in my cab. Gremlins in my cab. Oh, Mr. Angel, wee!
So,
And Mr. Angel said she had a great hang time.
yes.
Simply seems, yep, there goes her chair and launched her to death, legs up. Oh,
So let's see. Here we go. There they are. The Fettermans is oh, you're not. He's
yeah.
watching TV. It's not working. He's irritated. So he goes out there. I'm not sure what images there are here. Um,
If you go back up a little bit. No, down just a hair, just down here. That one right, I think, right there between Gizmo and that one. I think that's when. That's probably in the house.
that's when he said. That's
Yeah,
when
yeah.
the cab goes and they go to get him, and they look so freaking cute. Um, so yeah, there they are. That's a small picture. Sorry. Oh crap, that's not it. That's even worse.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, that is
I'm trying to.
tiny.
I can't. Can you take it down for me, please?
Yes, I can.
I can't
Yeah.
get. No, crap. No, honestly, it's stuck. I am so. I
Um.
can't.
Oh man, I'm sorry. The dozer goes into the house. Yep. That was cool.
It's. Okay. Oh, let's open another tab.
Oh no. More tabs. More tabs. All right, Max has to leave. Max
Okay.
said, "I have some cooking to do. Catch you on the next show." Thank you, Max.
I'm sorry. This is taking longer because I'm sorry. The video. I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop, and we're just going to talk. Okay. So all the chaos, the chair, the Santa Claus getting killed, all that is happening, and then they see them in the um, movie theater. And what are they singing? What are they watching?
Snow White, Seven Dwarfs.
Yes.
Hi ho, hi ho. Yeah, they were all singing and swaying to it and dancing, and that was a nice
Yeah.
crowd response to the great
And
Disney
so
classic.
Billy and Kate take and they basically destroy the movie theater. And they think they got them all. But where did Stripe go? Stripe went to Montgomery Ward's to get some candy. So he
Yeah,
sees them, and then chaos ensues. He tries to kill Billy in multiple ways, a baseball shooter thing, pitching thing,
yep.
a chainsaw, um,
The
uh,
circular saw blade.
a circular saw blade, which I tell you, that was some freaking strength to get that embedded into the wall three
Okay.
quarters of the way.
Yeah.
Um, I think he shot him with some kind of gun. Um, and and then Gizmo comes to the rescue driving a Barbie car. He thinks of that movie that he saw at the beginning with Clark Gable, and he
Right.
drives the little Barbie car to the rescue,
Yep.
jumps the thing, open up the window, and there is light. And then that is when the homage to the Wicked Witch of the West occurs. And oh, because Stripe found a waterfall and was in the process of creating more gremlins
Mm-hmm.
when um, he started melting.
Uh, a
And
couple
yes,
comment. Yeah. Uh,
that was good. So
Mr. Angel was hi ho, hi ho. I died laughing in the theater. And Phantom says demons were trying to send a message in 20 with a live action Snow White.
yes,
Oh, but Phantom Outsider thought it was odd how they knew how to operate all the different equipment. Were able to do milk dud product placement.
um, because they're gremlins and they just know. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff. I mean, how does a gremlin know how to destroy a an airplane?
Right.
They just do because they're gremlins.
Mm.
So he dies. His dad, you know, finds out that there was some stuff with some police officers,
Oh yeah. Oh.
and the whole monologue with Kate
Mhm.
talking about Christmas sucks because she found her dad was going to surprise them at Christmas. Didn't show up at Christmas. 2 days later, she smelled something in the fireplace, and her dad was going to go down the chimney as Santa Claus and surprise him, but he ended up breaking his neck and dying instantly. So Christmas
Yeah.
sucks for Kate. And this makes it even worse now that the Gremlins are here. That entire line was the story was another urban myth that was shared. The other one was the microwave. So that all that stuff I wanted to show you, scenes didn't happen. So the father comes with the dog. Everything's fine. Then Mister
Mhm.
Wing, was it Mr. Wing, comes and takes Mowgli away and says, "You guys aren't ready for him. You're irresponsible with nature. You've always been irresponsible with nature." And he takes him away. He lets Gizmo say goodbye to Billy, and he tells Billy that maybe Mr. Wang, sorry, will you'll maybe you'll be able to get him later. So that's kind of the whole movie in a long nutshell. Um, and the movie ended with Hoyt Axton saying, "Well, that's the story. So the next time your air conditioner goes on the fritz, or your washing machine blows up, or your video recorder conks out, before you call the repairman, turn on all the lights, check all the closets and cupboards, look under all the beds, 'cause you never can tell. There just might be a gremlin in your house." And that was the end of the movie. What were your favorite scenes or lines in the movie?
To me, well, folks in the chat, make sure if you have scenes and lines, make sure that y'all throw them out there in the chat. One of them I just was looking at a throwback, the precursor of the Marvel of Spider-Man. With Mogwai comes much responsibility.
Yes,
that's like that. Another one was about the cops, and we didn't talk about the cops
we
that
did.
much,
The cops
but
were. Yeah, go ahead and share
they,
about the
they
cops.
they were drunk half the time in the sheriff's office. They're kind of picking on Billy, like he's like
It was
mocking
Chris.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're mocking him for trying to report stuff that happened, and uh, but it was interesting because they they blew him off, and then all of a sudden they saw the Polly Holliday's character with the feet up in the chair. So it's like, then they realized it's real, and then they had the brakes cut, and they ended up crashing because they were drunk. And actually, when they went to get in the car, one of my favorite lines also was
Mhm.
uh, the other guy who I want to
Just call them
focus on
cops.
a second ago. He actually asked the sheriff, like, "Hey, I want to drive. Why do you always drive?" He said, "Because I'm the sheriff, asshole."
Yes.
That was a great line. But what I wanted to point with also with the cops, one of the characters, one of the actors, you will recognize if you watch the show Better Call Saul.
Hmm.
If you've watched Airplane, actually, there are two characters from Airplane in here, two actors from Airplane in here. I'm looking to find him right now. I'm struggling to find it, but yeah, that was really, really interesting. Let me go to all cast. I can find it with all.
That's okay.
Yeah,
While
because
you're looking for
yeah.
that, Mr. Angel said Mogwai are like tribbles, cupid agents of chaos and destruction. The Klingons were smart to declare them a mortal enemy.
Mm. Jonathan Banks. If you know Jonathan Banks, he's played in Better Call Saul. He's actually played a number of different movies over the years. Like I said, he was the bad guy, and I think the original Beverly Hills Cop, or he was in that first. He wasn't the main bad guy, but he was in Beverly Hills Cop. He played in a lot of other movies along the way. Like I said, he was had a little role in Airplane. Just if that's what I love is when you see actors like that just popping up in movies you're watching for the first time. Um, let's see, trying to go back to his earlier roles because that's about 2018. He's been in some of the Legos. He's a voice in Incredibles 2. Uh, he's been a voice actor in Gravity Falls, Batman Arkham Knight. And then, like I said, some of the other movies in the 70s and 80s. So that's one that you will definitely recognize, Jonathan Banks in that
Mhm.
movie. There was also a second guy from Airplane Misses. He was uncredited in this role, though, in this movie. And I'm looking to find his name, but he's the redhead guy. He's the redhead guy that they sold the smokeless ashtray to.
Oh, okay. Yes, I in the gas station.
Yeah, exactly. And you would recognize I'm getting stuck in a loop on IMDb and
Yes,
I can't get out of it. So
so. Mr. Angel said my favorite lines of Gremlins, without a doubt, was hi ho," and Phantom is yes. He was Mr. Anderson was a classic Looney Tunes director Chuck Jones. He also was in the bar scene when Billy was drawing a picture of Mrs. Deagle. He was also in that scene as a in the cameo. And let's see. I already did that one. The villain turned by Judge Reinhold was surprising. Also, why didn't he get a comeuppance? Because they edited out most of his scenes. That's why.
they did. Wow. All right.
Yeah, they just did. And a lot of it was
Mhm.
edited out. Um, my
Mhm.
favorite scenes were with Polly Holiday. I just loved them. I loved her lines. Um, there weren't really any lines per se that I was, like, oh my gosh, that's such a quotable line. Um, but I liked one of my favorite scenes was when they um, hung Gizmo on the dartboard.
Oh yeah.
Devan, give me 1 second. I have to open up my YouTube again if it'll let
One
me.
one scene that I liked was, and this goes towards your poll question, the scene of all the gremlins marching up the street.
Oh yes,
It was so looked like old Sinbad the Adventures in the
it was
60s, 70s movie.
awful. I'm waiting for it to pop
Yeah,
up.
but it was so bad that it had character, it had charm to it.
And they said, "Do you think the movie aged well?" 89% said yes. 11% said no. Um, I don't think. I think there's things in that movie that they would not do today. I'm not saying they could not do it.
Mhm.
I just don't think they would. I think a lot of the foreigner stuff they would have not put in there.
But you would
Um,
have, and that's what's sad because you would have destroyed Futterman's character.
you
You
know,
know,
yes, but I don't think they would have put it in there. I think a lot of him would not have been in the movie. So,
so
unfortunately.
they brought him and his
Yes,
wife back for the second movie, Gremlins 2, right?
yes, so he didn't kill. So, who died? What human beings died in this movie? How many human beings do you think died in this movie, Dadman?
On screen per okay.
Well, yeah, on screen because but if they were in
Okay.
the movie and they were dead. So like if yeah, and
So
well,
Polly
yeah, you
Holiday,
you see them die. How many do you think? Yeah, Mr.
the teacher, the Polly Holiday,
No, I don't think so. I think they well, maybe, I don't know.
yeah, her legs were
Yeah,
up.
Mr. Anderson was at the bank. Chuck Jones was at in the bar, I believe, Phantom.
Yeah, Chuck
I'm
Jones was in the bar. Yeah.
Chuck Jones was in the
Yeah.
bar. He was Mr. Jones. Mr.
No, not
Anderson was
died making the movie. Not died making the movie.
no, that were killed in the
Yeah.
movie.
I'd say
Like
I'd say 4.
4.
Yeah.
Okay. Stunning says 2.
2. Okay.
Okay, so we know one of them is Mrs. Deagle.
Right. And then
Do
the
you have any
teacher. The teacher.
the teacher? Do you know the third and fourth one? We know it wasn't the Futtermans because they were in Gremlins 2.
The sheriff and the cop. The sheriff and
No,
the deputy. No.
and the reason that and I'm taking this from Kill Count, the YouTube thing. They said that even though the car flipped, there wasn't enough for them to die.
Okay.
Like it didn't explode or anything like that.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe Santa. Santa that had them all over him.
Yes,
Wow.
those are
Okay.
they say 3. They
3.
say 3,
Wow.
and
Okay.
I had to go back and check because I couldn't remember what the third one was. I remember the science teacher and Mrs. Deagle. So they said 3, and they took And this is also from that YouTube video. Atwood says that they took Judge Reinhold out because he was creepy in the scenes that they had him in, and they decided that 3 was a crowd. So
Why they decide on 3 deaths then?
No, 3.
I know, 69.
Yeah, 69, and there was a lot of gremlins, but not counting the theater scene. How many gremlins do you think died? That were on camera. So there was the
5
4. There was the
or
4
6?
at Billy's house.
Yeah.
There was
6.
Where's the 6th one?
Stripe eventually dies, but then the gremlin that was shot in the bar.
That's right, 6. I forgot about that one. So yeah. And if you count the 150 or so that are in the other one. So
they just wanted a night out of town and watch a movie.
Yes.
Sorry, Billy.
So everybody, I apologize terribly for just the foolishness. I'm going to change how I do that because I've got burned. And now that I've gotten burned, I will not do that again.
But hey, don't be too hard on yourself. You got 16 great people here watching you right now,
Thank you guys so much.
And that includes people that have left too. Also, you got like 22 likes tonight. That's a wonderful stream you've done tonight.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Mr. Angel says, calculating humans in town versus exponential rate of gremlins. Efficiency of kill rate goes up fast. I guess if they killed approximately 100 persons after the first 3 hours, but that rate goes up rapidly.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh, and by the way, Mr. Anderson was the character in the bank. And that was played by Harry Carey Jr.
You keep saying there are 2 things that screw me up. 1, Mr. Anderson is Tom Anderson from Beavis and Butthead. Oh, what you doing, boys? Okay. And 2, Harry Carey Jr. I know it's spelled differently, but all I can think of is Harry Carey, the Cubs broadcaster.
I know.
So let's see if I have any other scenes.
Oh, I couldn't get my videos to load. I was a little frustrated. So I think I had a gremlin in my computer, everybody. That's why it wasn't working.
B from O is here. Hey, B from O.
Thank you so much. I try to do it. I like kind of going through the movie because not everybody's watched it, and I had pictures to go with it so they could kind of see. It wasn't just me talking, but at the end, I kind of had to just talk. But you were just listening, so it was like radio for you anyway. I'm glad you're here. Mm-hmm. Thank you for being here.
Absolutely.
Yes, a 7. Did you put that a 72 hour unchecked rate of gremlin growth might end human civilization?
Exactly.
Yes. Well, I think they got in my computer today.
Sonny's claiming credit for doing it. So
okay, it's I forgive you.
Aw, but yeah, I'm trying to think if there's any other things that we've not covered that we've not.
Yeah, well, at the end they were all
the cameos are what get me. The cameos really got me. How people popped up and they used the humor with all the inventions. I mean,
yes.
It kind of moved the movie along because it was a lot of just talking. That's one of the things where when this is out, when I was about 14 years old, I wasn't a target audience with this one. But I can see the charm and the joy, and actually appreciate the cameos of all these other people that popped up in this. It still kills me. Don Still played Rockin' Ricky Rialto, and he's known as the announcer in Death Race 2000, the original one. Do you want to see the picture of that guy?
What is that? Sure.
Okay, give me a second. This let's see, let me do here. This is the picture of him from the announcer in Death Race 2000. He was only a voice. Hold on, let me pause. Let me stop there. I don't want it playing. So anyway, here. See there and there. He was the announcer for Death Race 2000.
Ah, yes.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
like
that movie.
yes. So and Gremlins. So anyway, that got my attention.
Yes.
Oh, Phantom said two humans, the teacher and the mean old lady.
Santa Claus.
Yeah,
I think
Santa
Santa
Claus.
Claus was eaten by the Gremlins. They did not show it, but I don't
Yeah.
think he survived.
Well, the cops just left him there, so
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, but
Was
I
that
think
according to that kill count site
yeah,
that y'all were watching?
looking, I thought he was dead. I thought he was, you know, I thought they were enjoying him for dinner
Yeah, I thought Polly Holiday was still alive. I thought she just took a nap after getting knocked unconscious.
with your head into the.
Yeah.
No, really, that's what they say. Santa survived. Did Santa die in Gremlins? That'll be so funny. I just have to look this up because I just think it would be funny.
Oh yeah, it would be. Of course, yeah. Let's see.
The controversial scene was the father dying in the chimney. Um, a thing.
Yeah, let's see. One other thing that we noticed in this writer was Chris Columbus,
Oh yes,
and I
that.
think we talked about him the other night in Jingle All the Way. That whole movie,
Mhm.
that
Yes,
effort.
yes. So I think we're done pretty good with the movie. And once again, I apologize for the gremlins that got into my computer. And you're thinking of getting a small Christmas tree. Um, and Stunning says, thinking about getting a
Mm-hmm.
small Christmas tree
Oh,
for
I
the
thought you were talking
collection room
about
this
ours. I'm
year.
sorry. There you go. That's cool.
The
Small
tree says the
Christmas trees are
cameraman and
cool.
Santa never die.
Do you want to be a beloved holiday classic where Santa dies? Looks at the Santa Claus SMH. So,
Okay, so here's a list of the deaths by gremlins.
okay.
These are the one, and they add more to this. Say Roy Hansen, the teacher, bit by a gremlin and a lethal injection. Ruby Deagle, make a stair lift chair go too fast. There were some gremlins at the house. A head blended in a blender. She also, Lynn Peltzer, stabbed one 3 times in the stomach, blew one up in the microwave, and one was
Oh, yeah.
decapitated by Billy Peltzer.
I love the
Um,
microwave one.
they say Dave Myers, who I wonder if that was Santa Claus, was attacked by gremlins. And they add the 2 deputies when their car flipped over.
Hmm. It's one of those
So,
running debates.
so, and then they say an unconfirmed death was the man who got his hand stuck in the mailbox.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
that was a cameo also, but I don't know who that was.
Oh, by the way, B from O, I believe you might be talking about Ghoulies, which Atwood has talked about. Atwood can confirm around because he's mentioning a movie that was kind of like Gremlins with balls of fur with teeth around the same time. So yeah,
Like, wait,
Stunning's gonna be Santa. The best job we give presents on December 25th and hibernate the rest of the year.
oh yeah, and did not, yeah.
Well,
So everybody, I think we're going to go ahead and give our rating. Yes.
yeah,
Okay. So
yeah.
first off, we're going to. Last week we saw Jingle All the Way. Dadman gave one of 4 out of 5. We converted it to 10 because so that
By
it
the
would
way,
look
Buddy
more
Hepburn's
younger.
here. Critters. Okay, my bad. It's Critters. Critters. Good to see you, Buddy Hepburn. And Agent Atwood says there's so many Gremlins, Critters, Ghoulies, Chud.
Yeah,
Too
just too
many.
many.
Sorry,
So
Liz, go ahead.
for Jingle All the Way, I gave it a 3 out of 10. Dadman gave it an 8 out of 10. So what are our ratings today? Dadman, what did you rate it?
Oh my God. It's hard to top this. 6 butt cheeks out of
6
7.
butt cheeks out of 10.
Out of 10. But I'm going to take 7 out of 10 buckets of popcorn.
So
So
Dadman did 7 to 10 buckets of popcorn. I gave it a little bit better. I gave it 8 out of 10. Why did you give it 7 out of 10?
it's still very solid. It's a solid movie. It's very campy. It's a, I hate to say slow pace. It's very homey. It's
Mm-hmm.
laid back so much. Even the action scenes, like in the kitchen, they pick up, but not pick up. I mean, there's not as much music, sound effects.
And yes, you people out in the chat, put
Yeah.
your poll, put your rating,
yeah,
put your ratings down there also.
Exactly. But see, I honestly, I it was a good movie. The other night, it's the first time I've ever watched the movie. I was entertained more so than I thought it would be, but I'm also judging it against Gremlins 2. Had a lot more music, had a lot more goofiness, was a lot louder. It was a completely different
And
movie.
I don't think I've ever watched Gremlins 2. I'll be honest with you.
Oh, Mrs., come on! I've tried to get you to watch it. I think, okay. And I know we got it on Prime or something. I think.
Yeah, so we'll watch it. We'll watch it now.
All right.
So I gave it an 8 out of 10. We cannot do decimals, so it was either 8 or and I chose 8. I like the movie. It it is a little slow at points. I gave it an 8 because I really liked Polly Holiday in it. And I did like the bar scene a lot. Because they had so many they had the Bogart thing. They had the card playing, the gamer. They had all this stuff in there. And so I really enjoyed that. So let's go look and see what some of the people voted. I'll put these up. I'm going to put this one up first. This one is just a little comment that I don't think we discussed. Where Atwood said Ghoulies is better. It was supposed to come out first by an entire year and a half, but it got delayed. It ended up being released not long after Gremlins.
Mm-hmm.
So, okie dokie, we have that one. And let's do our polls. We have a Stunning with 6 buck cheeks out of 10.
I like that. I like that scale.
Yes, and I agree with him. Gremlins, a movie that made me laugh. And he gave it an 8.5 out of 10. I think parts of the movie did not age well. And I might have given it a little higher, but I know it was 40 years ago, but some of the special effects just annoyed me. It was hard. And then Buddy Hepburn gave it an 8.5. Yemi said campy. And wait, Phantom says 8.5 out of 10. Atwood says the sequel is better. And the second one is campy. And let's see here. And let's see. Yemi said, is it like British campy, the second one? Or?
I don't know. Apparently misused the word out there. But hey, I'll own it. Anything British, yes.
So Buddy thinks the first one was way better. Well, I will have to watch it this week, and I will let you guys know. I have to watch it tomorrow, I guess, and let you guys know tomorrow night at our next review.
Start spreading the news.
Stunning says he likes to be wined and dined first before you put your poll somewhere. Okay.
There's Stunning.
Speaking of polls, we have 20 votes. 21 likes and 12 people still watching. Thank you guys so much. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. If you know anybody, have them come over and subscribe. I really, 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 really would like to get to 300 before the end of the year. That's only, 21 people.
The second one goes to Muppet, like the Great Muppet Caper.
Ah,
Yeah.
Atwood gives it a 6.5.
Yep. Yep.
And yes, Atwood is saying Fortnite OG starts tomorrow. Considering the Gremlins were all animatronics or practical, it was really good being 40 years ago. I agree with that.
Mhm.
I agree with that. The one scene that just makes me cringe is them all walking down the street.
Why do you
That just
cringe by that though? Because
because
I
it was
liked it.
awful. It reminded me like of the old King Kong movie.
Yeah,
I
because
just
I was
it's
thinking
a
of
King
like
Kong.
Jason the Argonauts and those clay action movie
Yeah,
things.
but when were those movies?
Those are what 60s.
Okay, that's a whole 20 years earlier
But
than
it's
that.
so affectionate. It's nice. Brings back memories and stuff.
Okie doke. But anyway, that's our review tonight. That's our show tonight. Let us do some shameless promotions now. Morning musings with Mrs. Deadman walking Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. We have puzzles, birthday celebrations, and names, and we do this day in history. I will be doing a show tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., but I will not be doing a show Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. We are going on vacation. And I am not doing any scheduled streams. That does not mean that we won't do impromptu streams, but just not scheduled ones. Tomorrow at 8 p.m., we are going to be reviewing Alistair Sim, A Christmas Carol. If you're trying to find that movie to watch it, look under Scrooged or 1951, A Christmas Carol, and you should be able to find it. It's on Tubi, which is free. I think that's where we watched it at. Yes,
Mhm.
and always get those pink haired people. Yes. Um, Saturday, whoops, I'm trying to move it. I'm trying to get it there. Come on. Saturday at noon, we are going to be reviewing The Santa Claus with Tim Allen, where a Santa Claus really does die, everybody. It's sad. Wednesday, when we get back from vacation, we're going to review Elf. Then on Thursday, Dadman and Daisy Blossom are going to talk about Battleship.
Yes.
Friday, whoops, you want
Sorry, yes, and it's spite and really highlight the fact that you can actually spin the USS Missouri, a big battleship, on a dime, turn 180 by just dropping the anchor at flank speed. Sorry.
as Stunning says, a battle shit. And thank you, Curtis. Thank you, Curtis, so much. There was a lot of just stuff. It was annoying me tonight, and I apologize. I just don't think it looked that good, and I just
It
you
really
know,
was that
and
one scene to me. That one scene
I
stood
have
out.
seen, yes, the one scene stood out. I almost wish they didn't put it in, but you know why they put it in? Because the director liked stop action animation.
See, I liked it. I liked that scene. That was one of my favorite scenes just because of looking back at how it was at the time. I really I did like that scene. So
So after this movie, we are going to be doing Krampus. That's Friday the 13th at 10 p.m. We might move it earlier. Probably not, because I think 10 p.m. is a good time for it. Don't you, Dad Man?
depends on how the day's been going, but yes, we'll see. We
Yes,
got
but
14 here now, so who knows? Yeah, it could be.
we might move it to 8 p.m. We're not quite sure what plans are happening, but I will definitely let you know, and I will correct the slide if that happens.
All right.
We are going to have a special guest with us, Agent Atwood, talking about Krampus with us. He really loves horror movies, and so I might split the difference and do 9 p.m. We'll see. That I don't know, but well, I'll let you know when we get closer to that. Um, so that is Friday, December 13th. Friday the 13th. Saturday afternoon. At noon, actually, we're going to be doing kids' movies: Rudolph, Small One, Santa Claus, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, um, the Little Drummer Boy, and Charlie Brown Christmas. We'll talk about all of them. We'll do one kind of big rating on them. Um, we're not going to do individuals for all of them. And just talk about some of our childhood um, movies. A Christmas Vacation on Sunday the 15th. Christmas Story Monday the 16th. Then Tuesday, I'm doing my Christmas Lego build. Tuesday the 17th, we'll be talking about Home Alone 2.
Featuring Tim Curry. Sorry.
Featuring Tim Curry.
Yeah.
It's 4 a.m. I'll go crawl into my bed. Well, good night all. Thank you, Mr. Angel. Thank you so much for that. Vita, which ones you can be on. That is the big thing.
And watch them on replay later, or watch them later if when you have time. So absolutely for everybody.
So Wednesday the 18th is Scrooged. Then I do my Lego puttering fortnight. Thursday, the last movie we're going to be watching is Klaus, which is on Netflix. Yemi wants us. We will remind him when it is.
Exactly.
And this is all culminating in the show that we're going to do Friday on Dadman's channel, which is Christmas Traditions with the Dadmans and Daisy Blossom. So we're going to be talking about Christmas traditions. And so that will be our final Christmas scheduled show. And then I'm taking the next week off because we have family coming in. My oldest hopefully is going to be coming in, and we'll be visiting with them. We'll not have anything scheduled, but I'm sure that we'll be doing some stuff. So that is what we have for the rest of this month, at least me. You can support me by buying me a cup of coffee or checking out my creator wish list on Throne. And both of those are Mrs. Dadman Walking 55 with no punctuation. Oh, your last exam is Friday, and then packing to move out of the dorm for winter break.
Wow.
Good luck on your exams. And yes, packing is, yes. I understand that. I do. If you'd like to mail us something, and by us, I mean me, Dadman Walking, which is just below me right there, or Ang, my youngest, who is a streamer on Twitch, you can send it to us at P.O. Box 26603, Jacksonville, Florida 32226. You can check out my YouTube at Mrs. Dadman Walking 55, Twitch at Mrs. Dadman Walking, no punctuation, no numbers, X at M Dadman Walking, Threads at Mrs. Dadman Walking 55, no punctuation, and Discord is Mrs. Dadman Walking, no punctuation, no numbers. I have a server on Discord. If you would like to be part of that server, go over there. Send me a friend request. I'm trying to ignore that. Send me a friend request, and then with that friend request, I will accept it and then send you a Lego invite to the server. If you want to be part of the server, accept the invite. If you don't want to be part of the server, don't accept the invite. It's no skin off of my nose. I just invite everybody because I don't know what you want to do. I won't be upset at all if you don't want to be part of the server. Yes, I can ignore the potty humor, at least for tonight. Dadman's channels, YouTube, Twitch, Twix, all of them. It's Dadman Walking 55. Just remove the first part of mine, and that is his, and you can check him out over there on his channel. Dadman Walking 55. Dadman, put your link out there.
Oh, okay. I got to find it.
So, I'll do it.
I got it. I'll do it so you can talk. Just give me a second.
So I'm going to go ahead and finish the poll. It was 20 votes. We had 18 votes that said yes, the movie did age well, and 2 that said it did not. I thank all 20 people who voted. I thank you for, let me check and make sure this hasn't changed. All 21 people who have liked the stream. Now, how can they have this? Okay, 89% said yes and 10% said no. So where did that 1% go?
It's a rounding error.
There's
It's like
no
probably
rounding.
it was probably well, yeah. How could you? Yeah, that's
It
bizarre.
yeah,
It
yeah,
should be
yeah,
90.
yeah,
Since
yes.
it's 20 votes, yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, yeah, they're stupid.
It's
I will never
earwax.
trust them again. Earwax. So everybody, Dadman, do you have anything else that you would like to say? Oh,
I
wait. Stunning does have some stuff to say here. Let's see. Uh, Poo poo,
yeah.
farts, boogers, herpes maximus, boobies, and whizzy.
Wow, nice. I don't know how to follow
Thank you.
that.
Oh, wait. And earwax.
Yeah. Um. Well, right now there's going to be kind of random streaming as I can, and with times between watching movies and life and stuff that and all. But there may or may not be a late night show tomorrow night. It kind of depends on how tomorrow goes, and of course we'll have the stream at 8 o'clock, which was originally unexpected. So we'll see what happens for Friday night. My next scheduled stream will be next Thursday with Daisy Blossom, like Mrs. mentioned, with Battleship. You never know. Maybe we'll do a road stream. Maybe we'll do a stream from a hotel or maybe by the pool one night next week if the weather permits. But that's about it for me right now. I'm itching to get into the OG Fortnite or maybe even
Maybe,
tonight.
maybe after the, maybe, well, the OG's not going to happen till tomorrow. So maybe after the stream, we can play some Fortnite.
We can see, yeah, we'll see what we're going to do. But hey,
Yeah,
many options. But thank you.
yes, yes. Oh, you're welcome. Well, everybody, please go over to Dadman's channel. I don't remember what number he is, but they keep taking. Yes, ha ha ha.
667.
Ah, they keep doing that to you.
Actually, I got back off the bad number, so I am
Yes.
going up again.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean, I
going
got the
down.
670. I got 670, so who knows? Maybe we'll pass
I
it
don't know
soon.
what's going on. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So, not Stunning says, I naughty. Agent says, my naughty is too far. Megatron's naughty is third grade.
Yeah.
So everybody, it has been about 2 hours and 12 minutes into the show, 10:12 p.m. in my neck of the woods, which is the east coast of the United States. And okay, you guys behave. Stunning says Atwood's a poopy head.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, you have about to the count of five to, and his retaliation, and then you guys behave. See, third grade. So
Yep.
on that note, everybody, we will see you next time. Remember to be kind, to show love, that you're not promised tomorrow, so go to bed with no regrets. And most of all, I wish you peace. Have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time it is in your neck of the woods. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And I will see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Bye bye.
Bye, all.